Yes, good evening, students. Yeah, good evening. Amulya, good evening. Vaishnavi, Rutika. Okay, Tanishk. Fine. So, good evening, my dear students. In the last session, we started with the electricity chapter, right? So, we learned regarding the electric current as well as the potential difference. So, electric current means what? Can anyone tell me the definition of electric current? What is this electric current? Anyone? Exact definition, specific definition of electric current? Yes, electric current. So what is electric current? Can anyone tell me? How can you define electric current? Very good. Prabhavati answered it. Rate of flow of charges. Chidananda answered it. Then Prabhavati again. Anu Sultana answered it. Then Pavitra Pushpa. Okay. Hemavati. Okay. Gouda. Okay. Fine. Muttaya Palarimat. Fine. So the flow of electric charges, or what we can say, rate of flow of charges. Rate of flow of charges. Here charges especially refers to our electrons, what we can say. Okay. So then how can you represent electric current? What is the symbol for electric current? How can you represent it? Yes. What is the symbol for electric current? Hello, Mamata. Hello. Lakshmi, good evening. Yeah. Tell me, what is the symbol for electric current? Yes, anyone? Be fast. Very good. Ravi answered it. I. Oh, no. I'm sorry. So capital letter I is there, no? So that is the symbol of electric current, what we can say. Then what is the formula for electric current? SI unit is ampere. Right. SI unit is ampere. Okay. Prakash answered it Q by T. Haladappa. Then someone said Pavitra. So you all answered the SI unit of electric current. So SI unit is ampere and it is represented by letter I and the formula is Q by T, where Q is the charges, T is a time in the seconds. Okay. So the SI unit of charge is coulomb. The SI unit of charge is coulomb. Okay. Not ampere, not current SI unit is not coulomb. Okay. Then we learned about the potential difference. After learning potential difference and electric current, we learned regarding Ohm's law. I'm sorry. We learned regarding Ohm's law. So what is this Ohm's law? Ohm's law states that the potential difference across the two ends of a wire is directly proportional to the electric current flowing through it. So we can write it as V is equal to R into I, where R is a resistance. Okay. So what is this resistance is? We also discussed resistance yesterday, right? So what is resistance? Can anyone tell me? Why resistance is necessary? First, tell me what is resistance. Yeah. Ohm's law we discussed. What is resistance? Not rate of flow of charges is current. Okay, someone answered it. Aishu answered it. Somewhat correct. Okay, and Bhagya P. Content for a given metallic. No. What is resistance? It is not the power. Very good. So it is the Gangadhara answered it. It opposes the flow of current, the property which opposes the flow of current. Why it is necessary? You can ask me. Why resistance is necessary? For example, for each house from the KEB, for each house, we will get around 220 volt. So, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಗೂ 220 volt current ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲೂ 220 volt current ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So, this 220 volt will be connected to AC, fans, mobile charging, okay, then water heater like this. Fine. So same amount of electric current will be flowing to each and every device. But see here, this iron box as well as this mobile charging, these all need very small amount of current. 220 volt current ಇದಕ್ಕೆ pass ಆದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು burst out ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So what happens, whatever the property, what we say, this resistance ಅನ್ನೋದೇನಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, so what these resistance will do, it will oppose the current. How much current is required, only that much will be used. That is why this resistance is necessary, which opposes the flow of current. Then later we discussed factors affecting the resistance. Alva? Let us proceed. Okay. So see here, factors affecting the resistance of the wire or a conductor. So here we know that the factors which affects the conductor, whatever the resistance is, we already learned in the last class. So it is the length of the conductor, the area of cross section, as well as temperature we have, then nature of material, so through which that conductor is made up of. Nature of material, what we can call. Fine. So yesterday we already discussed it. Now let me explain you once again. So let us take, just a minute. Let us take a length. How resistance is affected by the length. So let us consider two wires. Okay, one is wire A, the one more is wire B. Okay, one is wire A, one more is wire B. So A is having a shorter length, B is having the longer length. Okay, so when the wire length is longer, longer, so there will be more disturbance when the electrons will be moving, na? So when the length of the wire will be more, the atoms will be more. ಎಷ್ಟು ವೈರ್ ದೊಡ್ಡದಾಗಿರತ್ತೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ಅಟಮ್ಸ್ ಗಳಿರ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ ಅಷ್ಟು ಅಟಮ್ಸ್ ಗಳಿದ್ದಾಗ ಕೊಲಿಷನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗುವಾಗ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗುವಾಗ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬೆನ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? It is nothing but resistance ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. It will not allow the flow of current easily because disturbance ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ಲೆಂತ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆದಂಗೆ ಅಟಮ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರ್ತವೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. So that is why if length increases, resistance also increases. Suppose ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ವೈರ್ ಇದೆ ನಮಗೆ, ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ವೈರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? It will be having less number of atoms. Short wire means what? It will be having less number of atoms. Number of atoms ಏನಿರತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಟಮ್ಸ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಕೊಲಿಷನ್ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. So when disturbance or collision to the flow of electron is low or is less, means what? Resistance will be less. So length increase ಆದಾಗೆ resistance will increase. Length decrease ಆದಾಗೆ resistance will decrease. So what we will say that R is, that is our resistance is directly proportional to L. Okay, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೇರ ಅನುಪಾತದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, ನೇರ ಅನುಪಾತದಲ್ಲಿ ಲೆಂತ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ ಇದೆ. ಲೆಂತ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆದಂಗೆ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ಲೆಂತ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆದಂಗೆ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್. ಎರಡನೇ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಏನ್ ಕಲ್ತ್ವಿ ನಾವು? ಎಸ್, ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್. ಸೊ ಎರಡನೇ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರು ಏರಿಯಾ, ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಟೇಕ್ 2 wires. Okay, so here you can see 2 wires. So one is what? One thickness. This is A and this is B. A wire thickness is more. A wire thickness area ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಸಪೋಸ್ ಒಂದ್ ವೈರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಒಳಗಡೆ ತಂತಿ ಇರತ್ತೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹಾಲು ಖಾಲಿ ಜಾಗ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಸುತ್ಕೊಂಡಿರತ್ತಲ್ವಾ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ, ಹೌದಾ? ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ವೈರ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಟೇಕ್ ದ ಥಿಕ್ನೆಸ್, ಆಫ್ ದ ವೈರ್, ಥಿಕ್ನೆಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ, ದ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ, ಆರ್ ದ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಫ್ಲೋಯಿಂಗ್, ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಮೂವ್ ರ್ಯಾಂಡಮ್ಲಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರ್ಯಾಂಡಮ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಅವು ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು, ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಜಾಗ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಮೂವ್ ರ್ಯಾಂಡಮ್ಲಿ, ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಲೆಸ್, ಫ್ಲೋ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಮೋರ್. ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಥಿಕ್ನೆಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಮೋರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಜಾಗ ಸಿಕ್ಕಂಗ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗತ್ತೋ ದಟ್ ಮಚ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಫ್ಲೋ. ಸೊ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಲೆಸ್. ಸೊ ಹೌ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಸೇ is area of cross section is, that is resistance is inversely proportional to, inversely ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ವಿಲೋಮಾನುಪಾತದಲ್ಲಿ. Means as the area of cross section increases, resistance decreases. As the area of cross section decreases, resistance increases. So consider here wire B. So wire B thickness ನೋಡಿ ತೆಳುವಾಗಿದೆ ಅದು, ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಗಳು ಅಷ್ಟರಲ್ಲೇ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು. They don't have much space to move. So that is why the collision or the disturbance will be more where cross section is less. ಹೌದಾ? So that is why we can say that R is, our resistance is inversely proportional. Always inversely proportional ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ನಾವೇನ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, 1/, ಅಂತ ಬರಿಬೇಕು. 1/, ಅಂತ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ that is inversely proportional ಅಂತ. So this is a second factor. The third factor is what? Nature of material. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅದು, nature of material ಅಂತ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ if a wire, whatever substance you are taking through which current is passing, so if it is a metal, ಅದು ಮೆಟಲ್ ಇಂದ ಮಾಡಲ್ಪಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ, so it is a good conductor of electricity. So conductor ಅಂತ ಅಂದಾಗ ಏನು, it will allow the flow of electric current very nicely. So when it allows the flow of electric current very nicely means resistance will be less. Conductors ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ or metals ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ where the electricity will be passed easily alva, so their resistance will be less. Then whatever you can say, this insulators anta en kariteve. Yes dear students, please listen here. Insulators anta en kariteve. What do you mean by insulators? Can anyone tell me? Insulators andre enappa? Very important chapter and very interesting chapter. Please do concentrate. What do you mean by insulators? Very good. Uma Shankar answered it. Poor conductor means it will not allow the flow of current easily. Bad conductor. Anu Sultana. Okay. Then Karthik. It is not a good conductor. Okay. Yeah, correct. Well tried. So we can say the substance which will not allow the flow of electric current, like rubber we can see, plastic you can see, ಹೌದಾ? So ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರತ್ತೆ, flow of electric current is not allowed means resistance will be more or less. Insulator ಅಲ್ಲಿ flow of current ಈಸಿ ಆಗಿ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರತ್ತಾ, ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರತ್ತಾ? ಎಸ್. ಯಾರು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಅಮೃತ ಲೆಸ್ ಇರತ್ತಾ ಅಮ್ಮ? ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಸುಲೇಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಅದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗೋದಕ್ ಬಿಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವೆದರ್ ದ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಮೋರ್ ಆರ್ ಲೆಸ್, ಥಿಂಕ್ ಓವರ್ ಇಟ್ ಉಮಾಶಂಕರ್, ಥಿಂಕ್ ಓವರ್ ಇಟ್. ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ನ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಆದ್ರಿಂದ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಲೆಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್. ವಾಹಕಗಳು ಅಂತ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ, ಸೊ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಅಲೋ ದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್. ಇನ್ಸುಲೇಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ, ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ವಿ ಸೇ ಅವಾಹಕಗಳು. ಎಸ್, ಕಾವ್ಯ ಆನ್ಸರ್ಡ್ ಇಟ್, ಸತೀಶ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ಡ್ ಇಟ್, infinite, Harshika answered it, Narayana answered it, Ashok, very good. So the resistance will be high or more iratte. Why? Because it will not allow the flow of electric current, right? So the next factor is nature of a substance or a material admele. Nalkane factor temperature. So here the temperature, the resistance is directly proportional to temperature. So what happens actually? So whenever you take a wire or a conductor, fine. So when you increase the temperature here, when you increase the temperature, the movement of electrons, or whatever we can say, the kinetic energy of electrons increases. When the kinetic energy of electron increases, alva, when the kinetic energy of electrons increases, the collision will be more, the disturbance will be more, means the resistance will be more, alva. So that is why when the temperature increases, resistance also increases. When the temperature decreases, resistance also decreases. Like this, you should know the factors affecting resistance. Very, very, very important question. Fine. Why? Because on this only we will derive the formula for resistance. Now, let us go to the further part. Now tell me, which are the factors affecting the resistance? Yav factors affect ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ resistance na? I told 4 factors. Tell me those 4 factors, please. Yes. Bega. Particles moving ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ ನಾನು, ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಿದೆ? What are the 4 factors? ಯಾವ ಅಂಶಗಳು resistance ಮೇಲೆ? Okay, temperature. ಯಾರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು? ರಶ್ಮಿ answered it. ಧ್ರುವ, ಏರಿಯಾ ಮತ್ತೆ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್, ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನಲ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಮತ್ತೆ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್. ಅಮೂಲ್ಯ, ಲೆಂತ್, ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್, ಏರಿಯಾ. ಜಗದೀಶ್ answered it. ಲೆಂತ್, ನೇಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್, ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಏರಿಯಾ, ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್. ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್. ಯಾ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಜಗದೀಶ್. ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್, ಕೀಪ್ ಇಟ್ ಅಪ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ so as I said, or as Jagadish answered, so here length, cross section area, and whatever we say, this nature of a substance and a temperature are the factors. Howda? So what about length? Whether the length is directly proportional to the resistance or inversely proportional? ಈಗ resistance ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? resistance ಇದೆ. So how it is proportional to the length? Is it inversely proportional or directly proportional? Satish answered it. Rohini answered it. Okay. Very good. Uma Shankar answered it. Directly proportional. So L. What about area? Whether it is directly proportional or inversely proportional? Area. Area. Pratima answered it. Inversely proportional. So area is inversely. Inversely ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಬರಿಬೇಕು. So R is directly proportional to L, inversely proportional to cross section area. So we can write the formula as rho into L divided by A. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ rho ಏನನ್ನತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ it indicates resistivity. ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ. It indicates resistivity. Resistivity means what? It is a property of a substance. Okay, it is a resistance, or we can say it is a resistance in 1 meter length wire of cross section 1 meter square. ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್, ಸಪೋಸ್ ಕಾಪರ್ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಕಾಪರ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಕಾಪರ್ ವೈರ್ ಲೆಂತ್ 1 ಮೀಟರ್ ಇರತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಏರಿಯಾ 1 ಮೀಟರ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಇರತ್ತೆ, ಆವಾಗ ಆ ಕಾಪರ್ ವೈರ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನ್ ಇರತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಅ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ. Okay, so it is, here it is included or it is regarded as a constant agi. Hauda? So resistivity will be constant for a substance. Andre, iga for example, let us take again our copper wire. Matte copper wire na togolona, just a minute. Let us take our copper wire. Okay. Now let us take 2 copper wire. One is A, another one is B. So A length is more, L1, and A cross section is more. B length is less, cross section is less. Okay. So the resistance, can you tell me the resistance is more in which one? Whether it is more in A or B? A or B? Let me make it more clear for you. So observe this. We have 2 wires. Okay. So this is wire A and this is wire B. Wire A has a length, what we can say 3 centimeter square. Okay. And the length is 6 centimeter square. Here, wire B will be having 2 centimeter square area, and so that is not, this is length. Okay. And here its length is what? I will take 2 centimeter L. Okay. So let us take resistance of A as RA, resistance of B as RB. Now tell me, which resistance is more? RA is more or RB is more? Very good. Most of you all are answering it. The resistance of A is more. Why? Because its length is more. Its cross section area eno ide, adre length more ide. Hauda? Length ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದ್ರೆ resistance ಏನಿರತ್ತೆ? ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರತ್ತೆ. So RA is more. Now, both of the wires, ಏನಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, both of the wires are made up of a copper material. ಎರಡು ವೈರು ಕಾಪರ್ ವೈರೇ ಆಗಿದೆ. So here resistance change ಆಯ್ತು. ಯಾಕೆ? Resistance is depending on the length and cross section area. But resistivity ಅಂತ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ, whatever we represent that rho ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, that will remains constant. Here they have given, see, material copper resistivity ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ 1.62 into 10 raised to minus 8. Iron resistivity ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ 10 into 10 raised to minus 8. ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದರ ಲೆಂತ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಏನ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಹೊರತು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ will not change. It remains constant because it depends only on nature of a substance. Understood? Remember it. It is a note. Problem solve ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಈ ಒಂದು ನೋಟ್ ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. Now we understood the resistance and its SI unit is ohm. It is represented by like this formula. Fine. Now we will understand combination of resistors. So resistor ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು? ಏನಿದು? The resistors are the devices which opposes the flow of electric current. So we will use a resistor named as rheostat ಅಂತ. Rheostat ಅನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ to adjust the resistance in the circuit. Rheostat. Okay. Rheostat. Fine. Okay. So combination of resistors. So here we have 2 types of combination. One is series combination. The another one is parallel combination. Series and parallel combination. Now let us check what is the series combination is. See here, series combination of resistors. Current in series combination remains constant through all the resistors. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. So this is a series combination. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, one end of resistor is connected to the positive terminal. Okay. Another end is connected to other resistor. The end of other resistor is connected to negative terminal. So here the resistors are connected side by side, one after the other. So here what happens? I, that is current, remains the same in what? In a series combination. But voltage is divided as V1, that is the resistance. Resistor 1 potential difference is V1. Resistor 2 potential difference is V2. See here, voltage across a resistor depends upon the value of its resistance. If resistance is more, voltage will be more. If resistance is less, voltage will be less. Then equivalent resistance of two given resistor. For example, if this circuit is given to you, two resistors are there, R1 and R2. And they asked you, what is the total resistance? Total resistance means what here? It is defined as, or it is called as equivalent resistance. Means what? The total resistance in the circuit. Okay. So that is given by what? R1 plus R2. So this is the formula of series combination, R1 and R2. Okay. Now, this is about the series combination. Next we have is parallel combination. So here you can see parallel combination. Here see, this is a R1, what you can see. Let me take the laser point. R1. So R1 is connected to what? Positive terminal, the one end, and the other end is connected to negative terminal. Same way R2, the end is connected to positive terminal. This end is connected to negative terminal. So the potential difference in this circuit will remain the same, where in parallel combination. But the current, see here, the current will go from here to here. Here it divides. The current will be different. In series combination, the current will be same, potential difference will be different, or the voltage will be different. But in parallel combination, voltage is same, but the current will be different. It is divided among different branches. So here the total resistance, what we can call, or equivalent resistance, what we can call. So it is given by the formula. Here you can see the formula is 1 by R is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Why it happens like this means, so here, so let us take R1. What is that? V1. Okay, according to Ohm's law, V1 means what? I1 R1. V2 means what? I2 R2. Okay, so I1 and I2 is same here. So we can write V1 is equal to IR1. V2 is equal to IR2. Now we want what? R1. So R1 is what? V1 by I. R2 is what? V2 by I. So when you take R1 plus R2, I will become same. See, V2 by I. So R1 plus R2 ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ equivalent resistance. So V1 by I plus V2 by I. So V1 plus V2 by I. So like this, ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು solve ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದ್ರೆ, we will get to know the equivalent resistance. That is 1 by R is equal to 1 by R is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. So this is the formula for what? Resistance, what we can tell. Parallel combination. Fine. So next we have is, next concept is, what is heating effect of electric current? Heating effect. For example, a water heater you can see, or you can see our iron box. So here electricity will be converted into heat energy, and that heat energy will be used. Howda? So how that heating effect will be formed through the current, that we are going to learn here. So here, heat produced by a conductor or resistance when current passes through it is known as heating effect of electric current. So what is this heating effect of electric current? The heat produced when current is passing. So that is called as heating effect of electric current, as heat is a form of energy. Heat ಏನಿದೆ ಎನರ್ಜಿಯ ಒಂದು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ, so here what it will happen means it is measured in joules. ಅದು joules ಇಂದ ನಾವು measure ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. How we will measure temperature in Kelvin, weight in kgs, like that. Heat is measured in the joules. Okay, next. Voltage across a resistor in sometime called as voltage drop. So leave it. So here, factors affecting heat produced. ಸೊ ಏನು ಇದು ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್? ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಡಿವೈಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಐರನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಐರನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಕ್ರೋಮ್ ಪ್ಯಾಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ವೈರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ವಿಚ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಹೀಟೆಡ್. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಹೀಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಶಾಕ್ ಹೊಡೆಯೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನ ಹಿಡಿದ್ರೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಕ್ರೋಮ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ಸುಲೇಟರ್. It is having highest resistance. ಹೌದಾ? So that is the example of heating effect of electric current. See here, the heating effect of electric current is depend on directly proportional to I. How much current is produced. If current produced is more, current flow is more, then heating effect is more. And it also directly proportional to resistance. It is also directly proportional to ಟೈಮ್ ಫಾರ್ ಟೈಮ್, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ ವರೆಗೂ ನಾವು ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಅದ್ರ ಥ್ರೂ. ಓಕೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ ವರೆಗೂ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಪಾಸಿಂಗ್ ದ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಥ್ರೂ ದ ಡಿವೈಸ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ ಅಸ್ ವಾಟ್? heating effect of electric current, which is I square R into T. I means current, R is resistance, T is time. Okay, so this is the heating effect of electric current. So now you will learn heat produced by a device. What is this electric power? Next irodu electric power irodu. So electric power andre enu? Iga ಒಂದು device, suppose you take a bulb. So heat produced by a bulb in a circuit over a period of time. ಇಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೀಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಆ ಒಂದು ಡಿವೈಸ್ ಇಂದ ಅಥವಾ ಆ ಒಂದು ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಇಂದ. ಸೊ ಆ ಒಂದು ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಪವರ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಪವರ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೆಷರ್ಡ್, ಆರ್ ದ SI ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಪವರ್ ಈಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಟ್ಸ್. ಹೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಜೋಲ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ದೆನ್ ಸೊ ಪವರ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಡಿವೈಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಕರಿತೇವೆ? ಇದನ್ನ ದ ಪವರ್ ಈಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ 1 ವ್ಯಾಟ್. ಅದನ್ನ 1 ವ್ಯಾಟ್ ಅಂತ ಯಾವಾಗ ಅಂತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸಸ್ 1 ಜೋಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಅದು 1 ಜೋಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿಯನ್ನ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡತ್ತೆ ಅಥವಾ 1 ಜೋಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿಯನ್ನ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡತ್ತೆ, ಆವಾಗ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ 1 ವ್ಯಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪವರ್. ಸೊ ಕಮರ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಬಿಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಹೌ ಮಚ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್. ಸೊ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ KWH ಅಂತ ಬರ್ದಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿ ಯೋರ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಬಿಲ್. ಸೊ ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ದಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ KWH ಅಂತ. ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಕಿಲೋ ವ್ಯಾಟ್ ಅವರ್. ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ 1 ಅವರ್ ಹೌ ಮೆನಿ ಕಿಲೋ ವ್ಯಾಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಸಿಟಿ ಇಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಅಟ್ ಯೋರ್ ಹೌಸ್, ಅದನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ 1 ಕಿಲೋ ವ್ಯಾಟ್ ಅಥವಾ 1 ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 3.6 into 10⁻⁶ joules. Very important. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ 1 ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಅಥವಾ 1 ಕಿಲೋವ್ಯಾಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್, ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೀಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ? 3.6 into 10⁻⁶ joules ಅಂತ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ನೀವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಎವ್ರಿ ಡೇ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ 4 ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 4 into 3.6 into 10⁻⁶. ಇಷ್ಟು ಜೋಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್, ಇಷ್ಟು ಹೀಟ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ, ಇಷ್ಟು ಎನರ್ಜಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ. So electric power is given by the formula. It has several formulas like P is equal to W by T. That is work done by time. P is equal to I square into R. P is equal to V square by R, or we can say P is equal to V into I. Okay, so these are the formulas of electric power. Next. Okay, so this is about electric power. In tomorrow's session, we are going to discuss the numerical problems on light chapter, as well as the numerical problems on what you can say, this electricity chapters. So be sure to list out the formulas in both the chapter. ನಾಳೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಗೆ ಬರೋ ಅಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಹೌದಾ? Yes, these are very, very essential for PUC also. Okay. So ನಾಳೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಗೆ ಬರೋ ಅಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಲೈಟ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಸಿಟಿ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರಿ. So that it will be helpful for you to solve the problems. Okay, fine then. As we ended the chapter, I cannot start immediately the new chapter. Okay, na? So that is why, because I have to solve numerical problems also. That is why I am ending the session today. Okay, so let me end up the session here. Have a nice day. Take care. Bye-bye.